Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Property Management 101. Today we'll be discussing best practices for delinquency and collections. If you've not already done so, please watch my disclosure video as my why I do this video. If you find this video helpful and learn something new, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. Now, let's get started with number one, best practice for delinquency and collections, documentation. Don't wait to document while it's fresh in your mind, and leave exact details. If you left a notice at their apartment door at 11:37 a.m., document that. Let's say you gave an estimate of noon instead of the actual time. This could easily be disputed in the court if you didn't list the exact time and rounded it, especially if the resident has a Ring doorbell. If your size of your notes is not limited, I would copy and paste full emails, upload copies of images of the files you left at their door. The more information, the better when it comes to documentation. Number two best practice when it comes to delinquency and collections is consistency. Determine based off when your late fees are scheduled and make sure that each day that month that you're going to start to follow up with delinquent accounts, you're doing so. The residents that are delinquent will start to recognize this pattern, and that is a good thing. If you have any repeat offenders of them being late over a month, once they start to realize that the office always contacts me on this day of the month, one of two things will happen. Either they will start to avoid your contact, which will allow you to quickly address the rest of the delinquent accounts, or they'll pay. Either way, it's a win for you. And my last best practice when it comes to delinquency and collections, switch up the method of contacts. So if you start with something like emails that's less aggressive, then go to text message, then go to phone calls, then go to notice the door, then mailing them a notice, then knocking on their door and speaking with them, but always switch up that method of contact. It's too easy to dispute in court if they can claim they switched numbers or switched emails or lost their phone or haven't been home in a while, and you don't want that to be the case. Always try to switch up. And as a bonus best practice, be proactive. If you start to notice based off historicals at your property, hey, I have the most delinquency in January and December, for example, then try to be proactive in those months. For example, leave maybe a reminder at the entry and exit of your property. Send out reminders via text or via email. Send out notices prior to when late fees are due. Update alert or a banner on your property or your company website. Anything you can do proactively, especially those months historically you struggle a little bit more, is a good one of the best good practices you can have. And as a reminder, if you learned something new in this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. Happy leasing.